For Chris to get on too.
Ladies and gentlemen, all around the In-betweenies, it's a pleasure. I'm thrilled that y'all are here. We're getting set up now.
You guys want lights on?
Yeah? What do you think, man?
I mean, I can see you fine, but we can try.
Maybe not.
Yeah. All right.
Man,
You're looking good, sounding good, looking
you're
good.
live on YouTube and Facebook?
Nice.
The breakdowns on which Google Doc?
Bill Buggy.
And your link is connected.
Sweet. Thank you all so much for your support in this. I'm very excited. So yeah, this is going to be Revolujah Church communion, if you will. We're just going over what should we call this? Getting together like this, and we went over church and sermon, service, this, that, and the other, and truth. And I was being totally vulnerable about it when we came across communion. They brought tears. So for some reason, so how do you do, everybody? I'm Friar. You're Friar Banjo, like the dog, Youngblood. Now there's a lot of choices. I could be a deacon, or I could be a reverend, or I could be a father. And I choose Friar because Friar means brother, as opposed to daddy. They select few get out. But anyways, I'm looking forward to this being an ongoing thing. I come from a long line of teachers, preachers, and entertainment is my first trade, and it's my pleasure that my trade might be of service and on a deeper level. And so I would love if y'all are tuning in at home for you to let me know if something's really speaking to you. Now today the sermon is in reference to the chakras, or the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, much like this upcoming medicine show. And we're going to be going through a number of different 7 different topics, ranging from our baseline needs, like breathing, all the way to purpose. That being said, that train. In my sign to me, boys, I find my thumbing there. And I can't help but thinking right, maybe 50 miles ahead. Oh, I know I can make it the rest of the way. If I can just get this right, it'll make my day. And you can see by the frame on my sign, I'm going west or going byway sign. You can see by the frame on my face, I'm here right out of this place. You can see by the frame on my soul, I want my way to go. You can see by the frame on my thumb, every mile helps. And there's nothing like a warm cup of coffee make you feel human. Well, there's nothing like a hot meal make you feel whole again. Well, there's nothing like a cold night alone make you think of your best friends. Well, there's nothing like the good people around. They're high on the mission. You like son, I'm going west or going byway miles. You can see by the written on my face, I'm here right out of this place. You can see by the written on my soul, I want my feet to go. You can see by the written on my thumb, every mile helps. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, all around the In-betweenies, like I said before, how do you do? Friar Banjo, like the dog, Youngblood here. I want to take a moment to just go ahead and take a breath. If you all join me, we're gonna breathe for a few moments before I make an invocation. And the aim and the desire with this is for the best good of everybody. And to quote Mr. Werner Erhard, is really in the frame of a world that works for everybody. So with that, starting at our base level needs, our base level chakra, we're just going to take in something that we all need with just a little bit of breath. In. In. One more. In. Now this is what we have with the Revoluias. The Revoluias was our foundation of the Medicine Show Revival. If you're not familiar with the Medicine Show Revival, it's a non-profit that's based out of Grants Pass, Oregon. Our mission statement is empower, educate, entertain, and our purpose is to unite a seemingly fragmented nation with a laugh. Hopefully, something like what we're doing here today has a profound effect on the ambition to unite a seemingly fragmented nation with a laugh. Now, something we see that comes in the way of uniting people quite frequently is our differences. And I hold firm that it is a sacred space when people can walk into a space where politics don't matter, where religion doesn't matter, where difference of views doesn't matter. where one person's yum and another person's yuck don't clap. And with that being said, the ambition behind the medicine show, the ambition behind not only the medicine show revival, but also the Revolujahs, is to create that space. With that being said, this is non-denominational. As the Mormons would say when I would go and help them out in the field, when they're helping out other people out, and they're trying to proselytize to me, to convert me to Mormonism, I would tell them, "You say God, I say community." And this is where I wanna hold firm that I'm gonna speak some implications in this space, and it's really in regards to our angels and allies on the other side. Everybody's got some allies, and if you don't believe so, don't even worry about it. You got an ally here. You got allies here at True Juice. With that being said, if I'm speaking into an implication that you don't agree with, you feel free to push that aside and say, personally, I don't welcome that. And if I'm not speaking into an implication that you need or want in your life, I invite you now to take that on and invite that implication into your life. First, I want to invoke the overriding deva of the Revolujahs and the Medicine Show Revival, that my mother, who's passed on, the great late Doctor of Divinity, we call her Mumsy. Then I want to invoke anyone on the other side, our friends, allies, our family members with pacts, our guiding angels, whatever have you, that have our best interests in mind and want to see that we are living to our fullest potential, every one of us. Who am I? I'm Banjo, like the dog. My mission statement is to get my family, chosen and immediate, safely across the country in pursuit of their passions, to bring medicine to the people, to pay my friends to do what they love to do, and to put on a damn good show. And with this, I hope to do exactly that. Now, my purpose in life is a little bit different. I say my purpose in life is to, my purpose is, forgive me, I'm blanking for a moment. Is it hot in here? My purpose in life is to cultivate uninhibited living and answer the call to play. And so I aim in everything I do to live up to the capacity that it might mean for somebody else, and access to a way of living that they want for themselves. And naturally, you want to hear a song, you just tell me, Banjo, I want to hear a song.
You got a couple people watching, Liz and Cheyenne.
Thanks. Thank you all for being here. With that being said, I want to speak into the idea of authenticity. So often we're inhibited by what we think other people might think of ourselves. In landmark form, if you're a subscriber or not, what we call those are considerations. Now, a consideration is that of when you think of somebody else and what you think they might think in regards to your own self-expression. Now, imagine you're in a situation and you're thinking to yourself, I'd really love to take another handful of peanuts, but I'm worried that somebody else might not approve of that. But I'm worried that I might take something that belongs to somebody else. And this is what we call a consideration. Now, your considerations often inhibit your capacity for authentic self-expression. And I just want to really drive the point that in the idea of the Revolujahs, we were founded on the principle that your self-expression is your access to changing and impacting the world as we know it. You got that, Brett?
Yeah, I didn't realize how unsturdy this table was.
So your self-expression is your key to being able to impact the world, being the change you want to see in the world. And so often are we bred out of and encouraged not to pay attention to that which we really, really want for ourselves, or what we're really, really feeling. I've got a friend that I met recently, her name is Kinsey, and I really appreciate her approach to authentic self-expression. And she says, any thought that comes into her mind that says you shouldn't roll on the floor, her immediate response is to do exactly that thing that her thought said, don't do that. You know, and I want to challenge you in life. Anytime you see that you're making a decision based upon the consideration of somebody else, I want you to take on that is actually not your self-expression unless it fills your body, unless it fills your heart and it fills your soul, to ensure that you're not impeding on somebody. I want you to take on that when you're taking on that you should not do something out of consideration for somebody else, out of compensation for what you think somebody else might be thinking. But that is not your self-expression. And I want to invite you to take on that you don't have to inhibit your actions based upon that. I've got a tune here, it's an original tune, it's called I Married the Mountain. You can take on in this tune that the man singing is sharing in an authentic self-expression of what fills him with joy, what fills his heart. Maybe it's a woman, who knows? Maybe it's a baby, who knows? Take it all on. As it suits you. Express that what I really want for everybody that might be present is uninhibited joy. And if you find a moment where normally you would be inhibited and you just go for it anyways, and that brings you joy, then I'm satisfied. I married nothing, now that's just who I am. From the lowest points of the valley to the peaks nearest the stars, every critter that lives here, you never gone before them that day. Every stump and stone here, carrying my last name. You could with me, or I could walk peacefully, no doubt I out like the record can. There's no confusion of who I am. I am the mountain that's Ladies and gentlemen, all around in betweens. Now I get to tell you what's going on behind the scenes here. It's my pleasure to announce and let you know that I personally have a birthday coming up. Now we all get to ask the question, what do we want for our birthday? I'm asked the same question every year. And for my birthday, I typically say a couple things. I'm looking for affection and a Chinese buffet. But really, that's due to a lack of full understanding of what I want for my birthday. And this year, I'm very clear on what I want for my birthday. I want my friends, my family, my community to live completely uninhibited and into their fullest expression of joy. And I've got a few inhibitors myself, and so what I'm asking for simply is $25,000. Now that may seem like a lot, and it is a lot. I don't think I've ever seen $25,000. But I tell you, I'm going to be doing communions like this, and even auctions in the meantime, to see that we are actually able to hit that $25,000 mark. And I'll tell you exactly why we want that $25,000 mark for two reasons. One, I and my family need to level up. I need new boots. I need insoles. My feet have been killing me lately. I need to pay some ASCAP registration fees so that Banjo Youngblood, the musician, can become a licensed artist and actually start making royalties. And I know you all want that stuff for me, but in addition to a family vehicle that's functioning and operating adequately, and so we know that we're not stuck on the side of the road whenever we take a long drive. In addition to that, I'm wanting the funds I need to put on a 9-day celebration for community resilience here in downtown Grants Pass, August 15th to the 23rd. And so out of that $25,000, I'd be keeping $8,000 for myself. We'd be making an impact on some of the debts that we have out to our family and friends. But we'd be putting $17,000, and I promise to spend every little bit of it on the community here in Grants Pass. We got people coming from Southern California. We got people coming from Northern Washington. All coming to Grants Pass to be able to give motivational speeches and share their art as musicians and visual artists here on the streets of Grants Pass and in the businesses of Grants Pass, downtown Grants Pass, and in the parks of downtown Grants Pass. And what we're dealing with here is really an access to that use medicine of community and the empowered pursuit of passion to people that otherwise wouldn't have access to. With that being said, what do we have in the ways of people being able to give?
I'm making it right now.
So we're going to be coming back to this in a little bit, and when we do, we're going to have a GoFundMe available. That's going to be $25,000 for Banjo Youngblood family and community. For our personal level ups and being able to put on a damn good show. Pay our friends to do what they love to do for the community that we're loving. That being said, I got another tune for you. Hey, rain on this boy, I'll tell you what to do. You gotta walk the whole around. Hey, ain't gonna go around. I'll tell you what you do. That's fine. You pay your train, that's nice. How's about me? And I'll tell you what's new. You don't expect to make sure. You don't expect to make sure. I spent time to go, got no go. Together in the party. Have big bikes, out on my screw. Those two toys, hearts, tax, hit the beam in it. On, let's go, man. I don't like what you do, don't care what you like. On, let's make me. I'm done. What's new? You don't expect the nature. Ooh, I expect nature to go. Well, tell us how to see. Look on back and we'll see. What's wrong with you, dear? Oh, the ways what's wrong with me? That's where I'm done. See, I'm done. I ain't laying on the wall like a drop with a heart down the seat. I was making time I do me. You ask me, stay, I ask you, go back time for your own. I won't sit tender like all your friends. I mean, I'll see you home. Oh, it's too, you don't expect nature to go. Ooh, you don't expect nature to go. Well, tell us how to see. We'll come back and we'll see now. To fix what's wrong with you, dear. Oh, the way is what's wrong with me. That's where you got to see. I'll tell you what it's due to. The unexpected nature of. Ladies and gentlemen, all around and in-betweenies, I am excited about next week doing this. I'm going to be doing this again. Honestly, I'm going to be making sure that this happens until we make that $25,000. And in truth, this feels so good to me. This feels so right to me that I want to carry it on. I've been talking about doing this for a long time. And if you know my family, my lineage, we come from a long line of teachers and preachers, and even my grandma on the other side of my family, the right side of my family, I say, she always said, Banjo, or Timmy, you're bound to be a preacher. With that being said, I want to talk about intuition.
You got 10 people.
I got 10 people here.
You also have Brewster saying hallelujah and preach.
Yeah. Praise the Lord. Yeah.
Feeling the Holy Spirit in it, and he's compelled to give you money.
Yeah, sweet. Give her that money. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, all around the in-betweenies, I do want to talk about intuition. And intuition is such a powerful thing when you have a relationship with it. And what I really want to talk about is the fact that so often do we find that our relationship with intuition has been inhibited. It's been severed in a lot of ways. Take this on for yourself. I know I can't see you raising your hands, but I want you to kind of feel for yourself what sort of relationship you have with your intuition. Now is a perfect opportunity to call myself out. And I've impeded my son's capacity to have a relationship with his intuition by telling him what to do. I want you to take into consideration anytime, have you ever heard the phrase gaslighting? Now I want to express why gaslighting really is so very important. I've been in relationships in the past when I felt as though maybe there was an attraction to another person, and I spoke to it. It's naturally my own insecurities, and that's quite all right that I was there then. But here's what I said. I said, I can see that you have an attraction to this person, and they would tell me in return, no, I don't have an attraction to this person, when in truth they did. Now, what I experienced in that moment was relief that there wasn't an attraction, but what I found out later, that there was an attraction. And I'm not saying that there was anything wrong with the situation back then, with the exception of, I was led to believe in that moment that there wasn't an attraction, and I believed it. I gave the benefit of the doubt. And when I gave the benefit of the doubt, I lost a connection with my own intuition. Now, when we talk about intuition, we're talking about that gut feeling. Maybe it's coming from your gut, maybe it's coming from your spleen, maybe it's coming from your sacral or your head or your heart, whatever it is. But it's that version of you that tells you, hey, something's not right here. Or maybe it's that version of you that says, everything's right. Be present for this. Maybe it's that version of yourself that really wants to be present and really experience the fullness of this moment. And then there's another part of you who has that, who doesn't have that relationship with your intuition that says, wait, something here is wrong, because you've experienced situations in the past that might have been traumatizing, that said, hey, something here is wrong. Right now we're talking about patterns that come up for us that inhibit that ability to really listen to yourself and listen to your ability to say, this is good or this is not good. Now, having that relationship with intuition really can guide you into a lot of beautiful places, and it can really guide you out of a lot of places. I know you've heard 1,000 stories about something happening and somebody being able to tell before it was happening. One is my late great best friend, Tim Slim Long, Eugene Jeans guy, talking about talk about a guy who had a knack for intuition. This man had a sixth sense for value. That's where his intuition was, right? I've seen him stop in the middle of the street, look down into a puddle, bend down, and pull out a diamond ring, rinse it off out of the mud, rinse it off in the water in the puddle, and walk away with a comment. But I've also seen him in situations where he's telling people around him, get it together. We've got to get in the van now. We've got to go now. And you come to find out there was a fire on the van. I've also got other friends, Virgos, you could probably relate to this. Virgos, you got something called splenic authority. Now, what splenic authority gives you is an access to know where the magic is happening at any given moment. At any given moment, you might have a notion that says, we got to go this way right now. And inevitably, where that winds up taking you is something where something spectacular is happening. Now, I just want you to have that opportunity to really feel into your intuition as best you can, whether it's coming from your gut or your heart, or it's a thought that comes into your mind and says, this isn't right for me. I should not eat the rest of this burrito. I should not eat this donut later. Well, that might be all it is. But, listening to that little voice might give you access to something really incredible. Honey? Not to, it'll be just a moment, but I do want you to prepare to be able to give you a wrap in just a little bit, if that's all right.
To give you what?
Your wrap.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Now, as I said earlier, entertainment is my first. Entertainment is my first trade. Other than that, I do pretty much anything to keep a circus on the road, whether it's mechanics, or whether it's welding, or carpentry, or whatever have you. Anything to keep a circus on the road. I'm tracing my thoughts here. Really, what I'm wanting to get at is the impact of community. You know, what I'm diving into right now is the process of becoming a community impact architect. There's a natural state for me where if somebody is wanting to throw an event, I want to be somebody that they can come to and say, okay, this is the impact that I want on the people attending this event. I ask the question, what are the people getting from your event who are attending? And how does that play out in their lives a year from now? How does it play out in their relationships with their children, or their relationships in their capacity to communicate to their class? Now why this is important is because we really, what's going on in your community directly impacts you. And this is where we find a lot of our medicine. When we talk about the medicine show revival, when we talk about medicine, as opposed to what you found in the 1920s, 1930s, being bootleg liquor and cocaine, or bootleg liquor and heroin, what we're saying that the medicine, the real medicine that we all need today, is community and the empowered pursuit of passion. And when we talk about community being medicine, I want you to take into consideration the Rat Park experiments. Is anybody familiar with that? Y'all ever heard of Rat City? So the Rat City experiments, Rat Park experiments, what they had done is they took rats and they put some rats in captivity, and they introduced other rats to a communal living situation. And they exposed every rat to 2 droppers of water. One had morphine in it, and the other had water in it. And what they found was that the rats in captivity went to the morphine. I want you to take into consideration the isolation that is a plague in our communities right now. I want you to take into consideration all of your friends that work their asses off at a job that doesn't fulfill them. And then they go home, and what do? They poison themselves. Right? I want you to take that into consideration while you're listening to this. So here's this rat, these rats in captivity, and they've got water available to them, and they've got morphine available to them, and they're going to the morphine, they're getting addicted to the morphine. Now, in this experiment, they switch around the rats. Some of the rats that are in the populated areas, they put into captivity, and some of the rats that are in captivity, they take out of captivity and they put it in populated areas. And what they found was that the rats going into the populated areas weaned themselves off of morphine. They found that the female rats, every once in a while, would go to morphine, much more so than the males, but not in any capacity where it would become addictive for them. I want you to take this into consideration and really take on that anything you can do that's going to pull people together is medicine. Anything you can do, whether it's your art, you go outside, you do your art, you let people know it's going to happen. Any opportunity you can to bring people together is medicine. Anytime you get 2 or more people in the same room to talk about something deeper, or to play a game, or to really socialize, or just have each other there, you're building community, and this is medicine for the people around you.
The week is live.
Nice. So we officially have a GoFundMe that's active, and I'm thrilled about that. Or do you have the link that you're sharing, or should I tell them what it's called?
It's on the fonts.
Is that the pen one? The pen? I pinned it when you said earlier on the comments.
That's the actual link
Oh,
to the YouTube. Send out copy. I'll send it to you.
Comment it
I'll
again.
it to you.
I'm looking forward to in weeks coming, ensuring that there's chairs out here in Truge's for y'all to come and join us live. And the notion of building community. Here's one I did a while ago. I'm actually going to do a short version of it. So, there's no room to pack it, no time to store it. It's time to bear down to necessity. No wise man ever said that life will be fair. I'm sorry, we got to bear down towards the table. If I don't know where sleep tonight, I know. If I don't know where we're sleeping tonight, I know. If we keep it together, we'll be safe and sound, safe and sound. If we keep it together, we'll be safe and sound. 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 Keep it together, we'll be safe and sound, safe and sound. If we keep it together, we'll be safe and sound. Now, sister, I know times are hard. Now, brother, down the gun, pick up the guitar. And trust me when I say everything will be fine, everything will be fine. 'Cause I know when I first went down, I don't know where it's like tonight, but I know. Say I don't know where it's like tonight, but I know. If we're keeping together, we'll be safe and sound and safe and sound. If we're keeping together, we'll be safe and sound. 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 If we keep it together, we'll be safe and sound, safe and sound. If we keep it together, we'll be safe and sound. Now, mama, I know times are stressful, I know. Now I know when you keep your legs very full. Now trust me when I say everything will be fine, everything will be fine. 'Cause I know with our efforts combined, our efforts combined. Well, I don't know where it's like tonight, but I know. I don't know where it's like tonight, but I know. If we keep it together, we'll be safe and sound, safe and sound. If we keep it together, we'll be safe and sound. Cam, are you available?
Yeah.
I just want to give it up to Camel right now. She's been had a poem that she's been sharing. It's lively and it's impactful. It's brought me to tears multiple times. And recently she said, you know what, I could do something more with this. And she's worked really hard to have a local producer by the name of Jarrett. She's worked really hard to have him produce some music.
AKA statement.
That's right, statement. And so she's gone ahead and reached out to him and gotten a beat produced for her to be able to share this in a new way. And so I want to give it up to her, and then after that, I'll share a little bit, and then I'd like you to sing a song with me. with that, I want to say thank you to Message Show Revival's best performer.
Hey. I am trying to link here. Let's see what the ball is. What's up, y'all?
Came out like a flash.
Hey. Stoked to be presenting this to y'all on this fabulous Sunday. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful Sunday. So, yeah, I'm just going to share this with you. I've had it for I've been doing spoken word for 17 years. Random open mics all over the country. Kind of felt like it was, I wrote this one 14 years ago, and I feel like it was kind of outwearing its welcome, you know. So I'm really, really pleased for this new rendition of it. And it's applicable now in so many different areas of my life. And I love how something that hit so hard for me when I was 22 applies in so many different ways at 36 now. But I'm reverse aging, so I'm actually 34, just so you guys know. So I just want to share that with you to, you know, I don't know how many days it took me to write it or whatever, but just this piece, if you have something in your heart, share it. If you have, like, write it down. You know, find those old pieces that you wrote and tossed aside like they're nothing. Post them, you know, share them, share the stories. Find your passions, pursue your passions, follow your dreams, and share the story of that. This is just a taste of mine. Drop that. Weight on your shoulders, stop the world, taking outside of the woods, getting stuck on the edge of the beat, the speed, the pills, and the bills, wasn't asked that greens, and out on the scene where your words are sure they're love and seen. There's a place in your mind for the rest of time when you want to break yourself free from the day leave. Burning out ropes and prepared to toast to the life you can't create without the need to boast about the lines and the crimes that you rough times love. The past is dead, falling through the hourglass lightlet. All you got is a big fat head. Your vision gets blurred when you see red. Your anger gets so intense, can't even go to bed. A wall you will find when you don't open your mind. Barriers you find when you don't define. A continual worry that you're required to climb. When you're stressed on that mess and residual grind that goes up over time. When you don't forget and take control, accept, embrace, and release the toll. And the actions you decide really will encourage your role. That high and line you straight up chosen is the path you needed when the situation arose. Don't regret, no need to defend your decisions or your values. If you do, those refuse to stand your ground. Look around. All you see is the feelings and the sadness of your own vibrational waste up and down the mountains. You created and discussed when you lost that desire to discuss. Release communications that collecting rust. A big layer of dust on a shovel of lack of trust. Watch away the pain in your space, tornado like rain, night, all that negativity into your gut and strain. Don't let the intensity of the rush make you insane. Express rhythms that perspire in a light of love that will inspire. So you can't come a flame, you'll probably start a fire. When the night comes, you may want to retire. into the giving role. Sit back, relax, and let it all unfold.
Yeah, great job.
In all honesty, it might have been a bad idea. I get emotional at that.
Yeah.
You know, something
Yeah, so it's-
something that's spoken about in that. Let's see here. What's supposed to happen?
Looking good.
I need Michelle to join the video.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen all around, In-betweenies, I've had in my past. I feel as though I've recovered from as an anger addict. No, what do they say? How do you do? My name is Banjo, and once an addict, always an addict, and I am an anger addict. What I mean by that is I suffered from anger issues for a long time. It took me a long time to realize that those anger issues it was a learned behavior. I saw my parents throwing fits, and it was just as they had seen their parents throwing fits. And like a lot of us are doing out in the world right now during this time of evolution, not just physical evolution, spiritual evolution, economic evolution, you know, we're all really going through it. But a lot of you, and I want to commend you, you know, you should give yourself a pat on the back. You know, if you at home can relate to being in a situation where you have watched patterns unfold in your family's lives and you now are choosing to be the difference. And I've had that opportunity myself. And I'm very communicative with my son about those anger issues. You know, he saw me when I was 29 and didn't realize I was a baby. He saw me when I was 28 throwing fits. And he learned some of that behavior. And as he got older, he wound up acting some of that out. And it was up to me to say, I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry, son, that you learned that from me. And let's choose now to work together and make that different. I'm very proud of who he is today. I'm very proud of myself, of who I've become, and overcome a lot of these anger issues. But I want to share what was at the root of it, other than the fact that I didn't know that there was another way of being. What was at the root of my anger issues is the fact that I didn't know how to set a boundary for myself. When I was at my worst, the worst versions of myself I ever was when I was committed to something that was bad for me. And I kept showing up. Now I want you to take that into consideration that maybe you're in a situation that is not completely healthy for you and you keep showing up for it because you think that's the right thing to do. Maybe it's the right thing to do for them. Maybe not. Maybe you're enabling both of them. And here's what I want you to take on is a formula that I've designed for myself on how to set boundaries. And it wasn't easy to start. Today, it's still not easy sometimes to set boundaries. But here's the formula that I abide by. Back then, I thought a boundary said, here's the line. Here's the line, don't cross it. And then they would cross it, and then I would readjust. I would back up and say, now, here's the line. And they would cross it before I knew it. I was in a corner, throwing fits. Hurting myself, screaming, putting holes in the walls. Now today, here's how this plays out. As I say, here's the line. And if that line is crossed, this is what will happen. This is what comes after. And I want to share that with you because it's really important that once you say this is what's going to happen, you follow through with that. If you cross this line, I'm leaving. You cross this line, I'm going to block you on social media. You cross this line, I'm no longer going to be available to give you a ride. And then you stick to it. That's fair. You communicate that. You let them know. You're not going in against any agreements. You've made a new agreement. What I want for you in that regard is the opportunity for you to have a peaceful life. That people know how to treat you. And you've given them permission, not permission, but instruction on how to treat you. I'm not available for you to yell at me. If you yell at me, I'm going to walk away. Makes sense. Whenever you're ready, honey, you feel free to bend the door. Sometimes I feel like there's just no one talking to you, and I don't make my head against the wall. Here I know before we can do it the right way. We both can see, we both can change. Let or speed or say good socks are doing it right.
You trying to tell me that you got this shit and me? Okay. Well, I got an issue, and it hurts right here. And maybe I can just tell you about this, and you can keep it in mind. So next time, you can do it a little bit better. 'Cause I love you, and I got an issue.
I got this sweet old life sometime. Gotta get away from you and I told me. Don't love you and I told me. Don't want to do for you. That just means got a bit. Maybe or two swipes. I'll get my head so right. You got this one I know you sometime. Gotta get away from you and I told me. Don't love me and I told me. Don't want to do for me. That just means got a bit. Maybe or three skins. I'll get your head so right. Now if I could get that through my fix
For the last time.
that I would know we were good. Oh,
I'm out there thinking.
make it cry.
Yeah, take that.
Barry, you're the first person to get added to the video. Thank
I
you.
just clicked on it.
I know, it was funny.
So
I was trying to figure it out.
well, we're almost through with this, and
58
typically
minutes in.
15 minutes in. That's how far in we go. Yeah.
Right, starting to be Pentecostal. The Holy Spirit says the service is over and it's over. It'll be 6 hours and 6 minutes.
So yeah.
Pentecostal.
I did have a design for this, and honestly, we're moving through the chakras if we haven't realized. We're moving through the Maslow's hierarchy of need, starting with our breath and going into our purpose. You know, and
Maybe one chakra a week.
Right? Every week it's a pro
so
chakra.
we are going to be doing another one at 1:30. If if you would do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen, all around and in-betweenies, go ahead and share the link that I sent you to get this. Share it with people that you think this might be valuable for. You know, and that is the aim here. You know, I love the idea that here and now we can keep a sacred space where we can talk about something deeper, connect on a deeper level, and still laugh and have fun with it too. You know? So when we get into the third eye, we start talking about imagination. So somebody brought this up to me recently, and I really liked it. You know, when you talk about imagination, you break it apart. You know, naturally they say words are spells, right? And the way you use them casts spells, right? And when we talk about imagination, we talk about magic, nation. You know, there's a nation that can be accessed through your own unique perception on the world. Like, and really, you know, your access to that is through your imagination. Now, it tends to be that trauma is what severs your relationship with imagination. You know, or it's being stuck on the phone all the time and allowing algorithms to tell you what you want out of life, as opposed to allowing yourself to be bored from time to time. My son is very angry with me at the fact that he doesn't have a phone and all of his friends do. And not that I'm comparing or saying one is better than the other, but I am saying my son is incredibly intelligent, and he's driven, and he does things with himself. You know, you leave him alone, and he will occupy his time. He's learned skills and tips and traits to be able to do so. And what he has that a lot of these other kids don't have, that I see playing out in his life, is he has a lack of access to phones and screens and TV time. With that, I want you to join me for a moment. I want you to join me for a moment. Go ahead and close your eyes. If you've been to my show, you've done this before. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to
Reach on the bottom of your chair.
reach under your chair. Some of you have something under there.
I'm good.
Oh, it's gone.
Where you go?
That'd be hilarious to turn.
This place has everything. So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine. And if you had a traumatizing experience, you know, I don't really know how that works. Though I had trauma in my life, I've actually come out fairly well rounded. I'm very blessed for that.
Barely.
Barely well rounded.
Woo!
There goes my second.
Poltergeist. Drive out that
You know,
demon.
I'm
Friar
okay.
Banjo.
I'm okay with the. Honey, would you grab that second?
She's Hamilton back down.
You know, I'm okay with just wiping the sweat out.
Put something heavy on it.
I'll take it then.
So with that being said, go ahead and close your eyes for a moment, and I want you to imagine in this space everybody you know and love smiling. I want you to see them with a grin, ear to ear, full of life, full of love, loving what they're doing, moved and inspired by the impact that they're making in life. Moved and inspired by the impact they're making in their community and for their family. Full of life, full of love. I want you to take another moment And I want you to imagine everybody in your life that you don't like. Smiling. Full of life. Full of love. Grinning ear to ear. Absolutely thrilled. Getting along with their neighbors finally. Loving what they're doing in the community. Almost swore and tried so many life for who was mine. My grandpa said your grandpa, what my doctor said is mine. Sometimes me say let's just get along. Sometimes the one that says my grandpa was wrong. Well, can you agree there's nothing finer to see the sunshine on your sweetheart's day? Well, can you agree we all need is clean water in the spring? Well, can you agree what we all need is for the children to sing? Well, can you agree this world is like your mind is? Yes, you can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Whew. I listened to my grandpa, listen to every word he had to say. I'm just face to face, cold, bitter, and I don't want to die that way. Sometimes for me to say, let's just get along. Sometimes for me to say, it was my grandpa who was wrong. Well, can we agree there's nothing finer than seeing the sunshine on your sweetheart's face? Can we agree what we all need is clean water in the spring? Well, can we agree what we all need is for the children to sing? Well, can we agree this world is my door, my days? Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Whew. One more, please. Well, can we agree there's nothing finer than seeing the sunshine on your sweetheart's face? Well, can we agree we all need is clean water in the spring? Well, can we agree we all need is for the church to feel safe? Well, can we agree this world is fine our fine days? Yes, it can. 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 Whew. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, all around us in-betweenies, we're almost done here. And it truly has been a pleasure and an honor. This is something I've been talking about doing for years and years and years. Ever since 2011, talking about doing stuff like this. And with that, I want to tell you that it's my birthday. That was the inspiring part of this. Yeah. My birthday is it's August 4th. It's coming up real soon. And my hope and desire is that by my birthday, I'm going to raise $25,000. And I want you to remember that this is something that I personally need, my family needs to be able to level up to the next level of the impact that we promised to make. And it doesn't matter about the money, we're going to make that impact anyways. It's just the effectiveness of which we are capable of making that impact. Right? I don't want to worry about if this car is going to break down on the way to the office to make sure that I can put my all into making, helping make Grants Pass the healthiest city in Oregon. I don't want to worry. I don't want to worry about doing that. With that being said, the majority of what we're doing here is going into my mission statement of putting on a damn good show. I'm asking for $25,000. I am asking for $25,000. It's a lot, but it's not a lot to some people. And if you can make any dent on that, I'm asking you to do so. We got a GoFundMe that's been posted here. Cameron's taking care of that. We're going to be doing another one of these services. We're going to be doing another 2 more next week on Sunday. And we're also going to be doing a auction. Is that going to be Wednesday, Chris?
We'll be posting about it.
We're going to be posting about doing an auction. Which I love doing auctions. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen all around the In-betweenies, I'm asking for $25,000. $8,000 goes to me being able to do what I got to do for myself, which has been long-standing, something I needed to do for a while. That I tend to prioritize other people and their needs, and that's okay. Okay, I know that about myself. And I don't even need to set a boundary when my purpose is to be of service. I'll take a little bit of that suffering to make sure that I can continue doing my thing. You know, but with that being said,
Do you want more of the breakdown of what the fundraisers
we
will
do, yeah, we do a little bit of a breakdown. I'll just let you know real quick. Okay, we'll bring that a little bit closer. So we're asking for $8,000, and this is going to be allocated to the Youngblood level ups. We're saying music licensing and distribution, studio, music video. We're talking about professional development as a community impact architect. I want to work with cities. I want to work with corporations. I want to work with nonprofits. I want to work with anybody that has an impact on their community to see that the events that they're putting on and the way that they're reaching out to their community is something that has a lasting effect in the people's lives that they've touched. We got rent and bills. We're behind on these things. Debt towards family and friends. If I owe you money, please donate. So we're talking about massage and pedicures. My feet are killing me right now. But in addition to that, we're talking about another $17,000 of that $25,000 that's going to allocate to the medicine show revival and community level ups. We're talking about advertising, commercial boost, post boost, posters, signage and infrastructure that we can use over and over again, decorations. We're talking about printing costs. We're talking about food, especially for our volunteers that are helping us out. We're talking about merchandising so we can continue leveling up. We're talking about talent and motivator compensation for the Medicine Show Revival. We owe like $6,000 to incredible musicians that are coming. I wouldn't have it any other way. They deserve it. They deserve it. They really do. We're talking about special permitting, venue costs. We're talking about cameras, equipment, and media crew. We would be fools to put on something to this extent. We're talking about a 9-day celebration for community resilience happening in downtown Grants Pass, August 15th to the 23rd. We are networking and resourcing over 100 business owners. And the impact that we're making in this community is profound. It really is. We got people coming from Southern California, people coming from all the way from Northern Washington. And for us to not get people's cameras on that and make sure that we have something that we can show other communities that we can do this for them as well, would be fools. We're talking about lumber and decking for our stages. We've got 3 stages that all need repair. We're talking about licensing and permitting, registration for Medicine Show Revival vehicles, We're talking about fuel reserve and sound equipment as well. So these are all things that we want to be able to pull in, and it's all geared towards, creating bigger community impact. With that being said, we got a GoFundMe going, and I'm just absolutely thrilled. I got one more tune for y'all. It is one of my favorites that I've written. It's called Hide and Watch, and then we're going to be turning it over to community announcements. If anybody has anything that they want to share that's happening in their community, or where you're coming from to get to the Medicine Show Revival, and you're offering rides, we're going to get that out there. I've never had more than this computer. So maybe another soul out of sight. As I have with money, my stomach seems to be weaker and weaker. But it's been 2 weeks since she left. She was asking who she's with. And I'm on the bike in the dark. Girl, me, who wanted on that train? Is this a practical joke or a growing pain? And the one in which I can confide. The feelings I get from watching her lead on my ride. Oh, tell me, hey, I cannot. Don't tell me I'm gonna lose my job. Don't tell me it's against the law, it's against the law. Now tell you where you best go hiding, what? Those that's all she wrote. And I can't wait to see you roll on the boat. Oh, I'm going northwest, southeast, as far as I will carry me. And I don't care how I get there, we'll just wait so you see. Oh, you tell me, hey, I can't mind. Don't tell me I'm gonna lose my job. Don't tell me it's against the law, it's against the law. Now tell me where you best go hiding out. Well, sometimes to let go is the truth taking charge. Saints we can buy some walls and corporate black holes. Here I'm moving on the best way I know how. On 36th Street still wears out the passion drought. These 4 other wheels out the passion drought. These 2 leather socks, I'll see what life's got. Come on and tell me, hey, I cannot. Don't tell me I'm gonna lose my job. It's about things I'm going to tell me. It's against the law, it's against the law. Now tell you where you best go hiding, what? I've never loved anything more than all around in between. Real quick, I want to open it up if anybody's got something that they want to share about something that's going on for them or something they're offering into the community, something they're needing, looking for. We are looking for auction items. If you got anything sitting in your garage that's been taking up space, you need to get it out. You want it to go to a good cause. Ladies and gentlemen, all around In-betweenies, we're going to be auctioning things off. I think it's going to be Wednesday, but we'll let you know how that works out. There will be posts about it. I'm going to be doing another one of these. I don't know what time it is right now.
12:58.
1:58?
12:58.
12:58. Nice. We're going to be going live for the next one, and in about 30 minutes. If you're touched, inspired, and you want us to reach our goal, ladies and gentlemen all around In-betweenies, do us a favor, please share this to people. Let them know that something's going on. We're doing something epic, and I really did. I asked the question. I was like, what is the quickest way to make $25,000 without selling drugs? Fraud. Fraud is the answer. No, I'm just kidding. No, really to reach out to the community and do something impactful, right? I know that church isn't for everybody, but my aim is to find something that is for everybody, and actually has a broad scope. But I do hold space that where our differences make us stronger. And when we can come together and in the same space, laugh about some jokes, and connect over the things, the absolute truths that we all know to be self-evident, like, don't we all just want the kids to be safe?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And don't we all know that we want clean water in the streets?
Revolujah.
Yeah.
And can't we come together on the idea that this world can be as beautiful as our most beautiful dreams?
Yeah.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, all around In-betweenies, you can join me in 30 minutes if you like it. It's going to be slightly different, but we're going off the same page. You'll join me next Sunday. Share this. Share our campaign, $25,000. The difference that you're making in our lives is a ripple effect. And I can promise that. So the Youngbloods speak a few different languages. When we're feeling frisky, it's body language. We're very, very communicative. One of the languages that we know best is paying it forward. So ladies and gentlemen all around In-betweenies, join me. And a 1, 2, 3 Revolujah, you don't want to bring it in.
Yeah.
Come on, everyone. Come on, everyone.
Yeah.
This is the True Medicine crew. As y'all may know, this is a small portion of the True Medicine crew. And our ambition together is to make Grants Pass the healthiest city in Oregon. And I want to speak to that real quick. And it's not just to make Grants Pass the healthiest city in Oregon, but if we can create a blueprint that serves and helps people here in Grants Pass, it's something that can be taken to other places. Right? So with that being said, join me on and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 Revolujah. Ready? 1, 2, 3 Revolujah! Joe, love you so much.
All right.
Give early, give often.
Mama D's calling.
Ah.
Right, you heard that.
I can't end the thing without hanging up on her.
I was excited. That was hilarious. The languages. I was like, where's he gonna go with this one? Languages.
Look at me. How do I go?
How do I end this? Yeah, we got Alea in there reveling with us.
Nice.
I straight up don't know how to end this video. What?
I want to go see my brother real quick.
If I exit out of still save?
It's probably gonna be.
What's that?
Just hit me up.
What time is it right now?
Is it like 1:15 or something?
Let's
Are
go
you
for
sure you
7.
want to stop streaming? Yes, I do.